Stangibelisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations. I recall when I was a young radio ham, and even before then, as a shortwave listener, aspiring radio ham, reading somewhere that the Morse code transcends the language barrier. That is to say, using Morse code, you can communicate with someone in China or Russia or Saudi Arabia or anywhere in the world, and you'll be able to talk to them or communicate with them regardless of the language difference. Is that true or not? Well, the fact of the matter is, it is not. What Morse code is an audible representation of the English alphabet, letter by letter, and each English letter has a unique Morse symbol. For example, if you send da-dit, that means the letter N, as in November. But in Russian, there is no symbol that looks like an N. What is pronounced like an N is in fact called N in Russian, looks like an English letter H. So if you were to send dit, an English speaking person would interpret that as the letter H, but supposedly a Russian speaking person writing down the very same symbols would interpret it as the letter N, as in November. Not only that, a different number of characters exist in the Russian language, I believe, in the Russian alphabet as opposed to the English alphabet. Now, numerals are the same, punctuation is the same, but the language is not. And when it comes to a language like Chinese, there isn't even an alphabet as such. So if a person from China hears Morse code sent by me, they're not going to interpret that into Chinese. They're going to interpret that into English, and they would have to know English in order to make anything out of it at all, or any other language that uses the same alphabet. For example, Spanish. That might work. Arabic would not work. The symbols don't look anything like the English alphabet. Japanese wouldn't work. I'm sure there are plenty of other languages that will not translate into Morse code. Remember, Morse code is an audible way of writing down letters, an audible way of rendering written letters in the English alphabet. It's kind of confusing, but when you learn the Morse code for receiving, you probably copy it. Hard copy. You write what you hear, and you will write English letters or letters of the English alphabet as you copy the characters. Eventually you learn to copy in your head. So that is my take on that issue, but I'd like to leave comments open so I can ask a question. Does anyone know out there, particularly any of my viewers in other countries, non-English speaking countries, do you know if there is a Morse code for your particular language? For example, is there a Morse code for Arabic, or for Chinese, or Japanese? Is there any such thing, or is the English alphabet the only alphabet that has a representation in the Morse code? Stangibelisco, W1GV, signing off, saying 73 and so long, which I believe in any language anywhere in the world translates to, in my native fist, Da 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 da.